Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to more WWE 2k18 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz, and we've got the last episode of Monday Night Raw before the Royal Rumble pay-per-view here tonight, and it will be a big one. It's the rematch from a few weeks ago. John Cena versus Samoa Joe. After what took place last week when Samoa Joe attacked John Cena, Cena wants a rematch. He wants Joe again, and he's going to get him here tonight, one-on-one. But before we get to that matchup, 8 women tag team action. Sasha Banks, Paige, Alexa Bliss, Maurice will take on Naomi, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Carmel. The big news, a women's Royal Rumble will happen. More on that later. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jason Jordan in singles competition as well. The Usos, we've got Jey Uso representing the team, taking on one half of the tag team champions, Luke Gallows. Baron Corbin will take on Dolph Ziggler. One-on-one, two men both wanting their opportunities in the Royal Rumble. Number one contenders match, we're going to settle it. Who's going to take on the club at the Rumble? The Hardy Boyz or the Revival? We'll find out here tonight. Tag team action against two of the best teams we have on Raw, and the big match we spoke about, a rematch from a few weeks ago that determined the number one contender for the Universal Championship. It's Cena versus Joe tonight. Women's tag team action, it is going to be the tag team of Sasha, Paige, Bliss, and Maurice picking up the victory. Nakamura versus Jason Jordan. Shinsuke Nakamura grabs the victory here tonight. Jey Uso versus Luke Gallows. Jey Uso, there you go. Perhaps a bit of an upset there. The Usos getting something going and a bit of momentum. Ziggler defeats Baron Corbin as well. Well, we now turn our attention to the tag division here on Monday Night Raw, and it is the Hardy Boyz, Matt and Jeff Hardy. We've been waiting a long time to say this, but they are in the title hunt, potentially. They just need to beat the Revival, then they will finally have their deserving championship matchup that should have taken place at Backlash all those months ago. Now, finally, the Hardy Boyz will potentially have their shot if they can beat the Revival tonight against the club at the Royal Rumble. The tag titles of Monday Night Raw will be on the line. And as we said, the Hardy Boyz should have had a title opportunity at Backlash, but they were beaten down by Gallows and Anderson backstage. At the Backlash event, just before the match was about to begin, the Hardy Boyz were forced to wait a little bit longer for that title opportunity. They were out of action for a couple of months, and that was all due to the beatdown by the club. Their opponents tonight, geez, they've looked good. They've had their issues with the New Day as of late. The Revival, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder. They are the Revival, and they have been excellent since arriving to Monday Night Raw. Let's be honest, when they were in NXT, they didn't exactly have the run they were hoping for. They felt as though in their heads that they were the best team in NXT, but the performances they produced in the ring clearly showed otherwise. But they've come to Raw. They've had a bit of time in between NXT and arriving to Raw. They've had a lot of time away to prepare, get better, and that's exactly what they have done. They've come to Raw with a plan, and the plan so far has worked. They're in the number one contenders matchup right now, and we have some great teams here on Raw. The Usos, we saw them earlier on. One half of the Usos, Jey, defeated Luke Gallows. They're not even in the title hunt right now. The New Day, we mentioned them missing out after the Revival got the better of them. And now, of course, the Hardy Boyz as well. So, you know, we've got some great teams all gunning for Gallows and Anderson's Tag Team Championship. So it's going to be very interesting to see how long Gallows and Anderson can keep those titles around their waist, because at this point, they've got a lot of great competition coming through. Any victory they can get, any extra time they can get on their title reign will truly separate them from the best teams, perhaps becoming the greatest of all time here on Universe Mode. You know, there's a lot of great teams we've seen here in Universe Mode, a lot of great championship reigns, but Gallows and Anderson are having an historic reign, and that reign may end at the Rumble, but if it continues, maybe to WrestleMania, they will go a full year winning the tag titles back at last year's WrestleMania, back in season number 3, DDT there by Jeff Hardy. Oh, and of course Dash Wilder. And they could go full circle, go all the way to WrestleMania, make the 1 year. It would be the longest tag team championship reign in Universe Mode history out of both tag team titles. Oh, back body drop, double team there by the Hardys. Now Matt Hardy heading to the top of the rope here. Meanwhile, Dash Wilder in the ring's in some trouble. And Matt Hardy, oh, attempted moonsault. Missing out though is Dash able to avoid it. And might be trying to get to Scott Dawson and Will for the tag. Plenty to like about the Hardys, plenty to like about the Revival, but this is going to be a big match, a big test for both teams. Where are they at right now? The Hardy Boyz, they're a veteran team. They've gone, and done everything there in their career. They've done it all. But at this stage of the game, can they defeat a young, up-and-coming, rising star team of the Revival? Or will the Revival's lack of experience, and will that be too much for the Hardy Boyz? Will that experience that they've got just prove to be too much for the Revival to overcome? Or the Revival, as we've said, have been a little bit hit and miss throughout their careers when it comes to big matches. This is a big match. This is time for them to shine. This is time for them to show us what they can do. Of course, they missed out on a #1 contendership opportunity recently after losing to the New Day. The New Day, of course, were defeated by Gallows and Anderson. So the Revival, they've had opportunities and they've missed out on the big matches. So this is a chance to prove to everyone that they can win these big matches and they are good enough to beat the top tier teams here on Raw. Takedown there by Jeff Hardy. And Jeff now, he's got the leg and pulls it down and drives the head of Scott Dawson into the mat. Dash Wilder wants a tag. He's not going to get one. Jeff Hardy, uh-oh, look out! Twist of fate! The twist of fate there by Jeff Hardy. But he's not going to go for the cover though. I'm not sure why. In my opinion, he probably should have tried to put him away right there. The twist of fate normally works for Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy likes to go for the Swanton Bomb afterwards. Oh! Can't quite keep the control right there as Scott Dawson able to wrestle back momentum into the favor of the Revival. Now looking for a tag. Will he get it? No. Jeff Hardy with a counter. Stops the tag from taking place. Both men going back and forth with their exchanges here. And right now Scott Dawson's got him up. He's going to pick him up indeed. And Brainbuster! Wow. And oh, double tag though. Jeff Hardy reaches out and leaps towards Matt Hardy, who gets the hot tag. And here he comes. Matt Hardy's fired up. A series of clotheslines there by Matt Hardy. And now Matt, side effect. Matt Hardy is feeling it right now. Can he get the job done for his team? Oh, a big clothesline right into the back of Matt Hardy. Dash Wilder gets out of there quickly, realizing that he wasn't exactly getting the better of Matt. Getting out of there, lets his partner do the work now. And Scott Dawson, what can he produce? Tipped an elbow, but Matt Hardy's having none of it. Fires back with a strike of his own. And now Matt Hardy is going to put Scott Dawson right there on the second rope. Matt Hardy driving the knee right into the back. More pain inflicted there on Scott Dawson. And the Hardy Boyz are looking good here tonight. This means so much to them, this matchup, knowing that they've been waiting so long to get this opportunity at the club. What's Matt Hardy thinking here? Oh, Jeff Hardy hangs up Scott Dawson. And now Matt Hardy and Jeff in sequence, both hitting Scott Dawson at the same time. Dawson goes down. Matt Hardy off the top. Jeff Hardy the reverse DDT. Excellent stuff there from the Hardy Boyz. Well, it's all about timing when it comes to tag team work, and the Hardy Boyz had that down pack. Oh, Jeff Hardy trying to get a right hand there on Scott Dawson, but now Dawson, oh, again, clubs Jeff Hardy down. Matt still trying to get back in the ring. The referee beginning his count now. It's starting to grow. Up to 6. Dawson gets rid of Jeff Hardy, takes care of him. Now throws Matt Hardy back in the ring. Scott Dawson looking the better of the two right now here tonight. He's looking excellent. Matt Hardy was looking really good as well, but all of a sudden that momentum has been shut down by Scott Dawson. Gets himself tangled up into a heap there, and now Dawson, oh, gets the tag. Matt Hardy making a small mistake, letting Dash Wilder re-enter this match, and oh, what a knee. Dash Wilder trying to gain momentum, and he's looking okay so far. He's got Matt Hardy down, and there's a second rope splash right down to the torso of Matt Hardy. Will this be enough? No. Opportunity to take on Gallows and Anderson, the Raw Tag Team Champions at the Royal Rumble. Dash Wilder has him up, and the knee driven right into the back of Matt Hardy. Dash Wilder to put him away here. Jeff Hardy realizing the situation there, getting himself involved. And now that could be a game changer. Dash Wilder Lining up Matt Hardy, going for the Shatter Machine. The solo variant of the Shatter Machine, and now, will that be it? No, Jeff Hardy gets himself involved again. Well, that's excellent. But right now, Matt Hardy's hurting. Dash Wilder, can he keep it going for his team? Can he find a tag? Can he make sure Matt Hardy can't get a tag? Can he keep him isolated? Because that's what he's going to do. Because right now, Matt Hardy trying to go for the comeback. Side effect there to Dash Wilder. Matt Hardy's not through with him yet. He's got him up. Looking for his brother, Jeff Hardy now. Jeff Hardy's feeling it. And a twist of fate. Now, going for the Swanton Bomb. Jeff Hardy off the top. Will that be it? The cover. That's got to be it. No. Scott Dawson gets involved. Jeff Hardy go for the cover again, but Scott Dawson breaks it up once again. Oh, that would have been it. Dash Wilder, you can see he's not even moving now. He's still hurting from that combination. Hardy Boyz at their best, twist of fate into the Swanton Bomb, but Scott Dawson was there, and he was ready. And now, will Dash go for the tag? Thought about it, going in a different direction, thinking maybe I should inflict more punishment here on Jeff Hardy before I tag myself out here. Try and make it easy for his tag team partner, but Jeff Hardy back to his feet, but Dash has got him, and Hardy bounces off the turnbuckle. And now Dash Wilder going towards the ropes here, and this is why he's using his feet. Referee is blind as a bat, can't see it, his eyes are painted on, and this time, thank goodness, Jeff Hardy's able to kick out, doesn't cost him the match. Wow. Lifting him up for the suplex instead, turned into a neck breaker. What a terrific maneuver there. And now the tag is being made. Scott Dawson re-entering this match. Dash Wilder serving this up on a plate right now for Jeff Hardy to be taken out here by Scott Dawson. Jeff's got to get a tag badly. Got to find a way to get Matt Hardy back in, who's looked great in this matchup. Right now, Jeff is suffering. Jeff's in pain, and Scott Dawson could be about to take advantage here and put him away. Jeff with a sweep there. Jeff Hardy might try and do things himself here. He doesn't mind stepping up and getting the job done for his team. But right now, I think he's got to go for the tag. Unless he's got something big in mind. Whisper in the wind! Taking Scott Dawson's head off almost. Jeff Hardy. Excellent. And quickly hitting the whisper in the wind. All of a sudden, the tide has changed. Jeff now has him up. And oh! Catching some of the rope on the way down. A horrible landing for Scott Dawson. Jeff Hardy now going outside of the ring. He's heading into the top of the rope. This is Jeff Hardy at his best. Swanton Bomb! The cover, but no! Scott Dawson put his hand underneath the rope and forced the break. Tornado DDT there by Matt on Dash. And Dawson with a clothesline. Oh, great ring presence to put your hand underneath the rope, save the match. The revival is still in it. Jeff Hardy, has he blown this opportunity? Stomping away now. Jeff Hardy realizing what went wrong. He's got to try and rectify it. If he doesn't do it soon, this could be over. Oh! Dawson getting himself muddled up in a heap again. I think he was going for the Shatter Machine just then. And if he was, Jeff Hardy may have saved the match for himself. Jeff again! Whisper in the wind again! Dawson's down. He's taking a beating. Jeff Hardy gets there! No! Dash Wilder didn't get there! He didn't get there in time! Oh, that was close. That had to be half a second away from breaking that up. And that means the Hardy Boyz have done it. Jeff Hardy pins Scott Dawson. Dash just a millisecond away from breaking that up and saving the match for his team. And it means the Hardys are going to the Royal Rumble to take on their rivals, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, for the tag team titles. This has been months in the making. Will the club's championship reign be deleted? Will the Hardys take the titles? Will the club continue their historic, epic, record-breaking championship reign? The women will have a Royal Rumble match as voted by you, the fans of BrendenPlayz. You have voted in an absolute landslide. You want to see a Royal Rumble. Now, of course, it is difficult to do, but we're going to try my best to make it happen. It's not going to be easy. It may not be perfect. It may not be pretty, but I'm going to do my best to give you guys a women's Royal Rumble match. And of course, the Royal Rumble will take place this Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK time. Do not miss it. It will be one of the biggest events in BrendenPlayz history. Who will win the first ever Women's Royal Rumble? Oh, I tell you what, I can't wait for that matchup. We've got 15 women in the Royal Rumble match. Normally it's 30 for the male, but we're going to have 15 for the women in the first ever Royal Rumble for the women. We'll see who walks out as the victor, because the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble match will go to WrestleMania to challenge the Women's Champion. Right now, Nia Jax holds that title. Will she still be champion by WrestleMania time? Well, time will tell, but we'll see what happens there. Speaking of the Royal Rumble, this man will feature heavily at it. John Cena will challenge for the Universal Championship against Seth Rollins in what will be an epic showdown between two of Raw's best. Tonight, though, John Cena will challenge Samoa Joe in a singles matchup. We saw this match about 4 weeks ago, just after TLC, when Samoa Joe was defeated by John Cena in a #1 contenders match. A terrific clash between two of Raw's best. And on that night, John Cena was crowned the #1 contender to challenge Seth Rollins in what will be Seth Rollins' first championship defense at the Royal Rumble. Joe is absolutely livid about it. He's filthy with himself. He can't believe that he lost that match. He can't believe he lost to TLC. So last week, we saw Samoa Joe interfere and attack Seth Rollins after Rollins had a victory against The Miz. Samoa Joe would strike, he would attack, and he would hit the muscle buster on Rollins. But then we saw John Cena come out for the save, and he'd help out Seth Rollins, but of course, what happened there is, well, Seth Rollins threw John Cena out of the ring and sent a bit of a statement of his own regarding the Royal Rumble, that he's not backing down from a fight and he's ready for Cena at the Rumble. And all his focus is on John Cena. Seth Rollins knows that Joe is a bit of a distraction right now, but he's going to take care of that distraction at some point. But right now, he's completely focused on Cena and Cena only, because Seth Rollins has said he's not going to give Samoa Joe a rematch. He does not want Samoa Joe to have another title opportunity, because he believes Samoa Joe does not deserve it. Until Joe respects Seth Rollins, respects the championship, and respects the journey that Rollins had. Until then, he's not going to give him a title opportunity unless Joe goes through the appropriate channel, and that is, of course, the #1 contendership and earning it that way. Joe and Rollins, they were friends, but Joe turned his back on Seth Rollins. For whatever reason, I don't know. But he turned his back on Seth Rollins. Now Joe is trying to find a way, figure it out. How does he get this Universal title? Because let's be honest, that's been Joe's complete focus this entire season of Universe Mode. He has been trying to get that championship around his waist. He was the Money in the Bank winner. He lost the Money in the Bank contract when Goldberg screwed him. The NWO screwed him at SummerSlam. Since then, Joe has had a couple of opportunities now at the title. He's failed both times. So what does Joe do now? The Royal Rumble. He will be a part of it. Many believe he could be the favorite for it. But Joe, he's got to get to the Royal Rumble, and he's got to prove himself, because that could be his last chance to get a title shot at WrestleMania. If he doesn't win the Royal Rumble, that may be it for Joe. And Samoa Joe, we've seen what's happened to him recently when he does not win. He just explodes. He beats people up, puts people through tables, attacks people after matches constantly. Joe is just out of control. Samoa Joe needs to try and channel that aggression and put it to good use at the Royal Rumble and make it happen. Of course, he's got to hope he gets a good draw. Otherwise, we can forget about it. If you don't have a good pick, you don't have a good number, you're not going to help yourself at all. Samoa Joe will try and enter that matchup and try and make things happen for himself and make sure that he walks out with a terrific spot in that matchup. As we know, Shinsuke Nakamura will have the best spot out of all the Raw superstars in that Royal Rumble match. Joe missing out on that as well. So it's not been the best of months for Joe. Right now, a victory over John Cena will get the confidence going again, but Cena would love a victory here tonight. It's now Cena, flips Joe through, doesn't keep the shoulders down. Cena would love a victory over Samoa Joe tonight because John Cena's beaten him a few weeks ago. Many wanted to see Joe and Rollins in a rematch, but now they get Joe on the sidelines looking on at the Royal Rumble. Instead, Cena will take on Rollins. So now, John Cena's got to prove himself. He's a 3-time world champion here at Universe Mode, but it's been over 2 years, 2 seasons since John Cena has held a world title here in Universe Mode. It's been a long, long time. And Cena knows that. And he's had his opportunities. He's had plenty of opportunities. He hasn't been able to win the big one. Well, Cena knows himself, if I don't get it done at the Royal Rumble, well, he's not getting an opportunity at all for a long time. He's going to be waiting a long time till he gets that championship again. Someone like Cena, who's been so respected and so excellent throughout the years of Universe Mode, you want to see him step up. You want to see him win that title. You want to see him with another championship around his waist and get back to the top of the mountain again. But so many great superstars are emerging through and taking away Cena's opportunities and making it very hard for Cena when he does get one. So much talent stopping Cena right now, but this is not an opportunity that Cena can afford to waste. He's got one. He's got it at the Rumble. One-on-one, fair and square. Can Cena make it happen? Right there with a 5-knuckle shuffle on Samoa Joe. Now lining him up here for the AA. Cena to put Joe away early. Here we go! AA! The AA! Cena to beat Joe here on Raw. But Joe gets that shoulder up and kicks out. Pretty comfortably, I've got to say. Joe not phased early on in the matchup. Cena going for his best shot with the AA, and it's not enough to beat Joe. Well, Cena over the years, the AA, perhaps its strength and power being a little bit diminished. Someone like Roman Reigns kicked out of 5 AAs, I believe, to beat John Cena at one point. And now Cena dropping the elbow right there on Samoa Joe. Well, what does Joe do here? He's down and out. He's got to try and find a way. Way to get back to his feet here. Can't afford to lose this match. You want to go to the Rumble. You want to have confidence. You want to have momentum on your side. And Joe does not have that right now. He's lacking both. Samoa Joe has unfortunately had a really bad month. The confidence is not there. The self-doubt is there. Does he believe that he can get the job done anymore? When you start to not believe in yourself, nobody else will believe in you for you. And that's when you have problems. That's when issues start to occur. And Samoa Joe realizing that right now, trying his best to wrap up the body of John Cena and apply more pressure to it. And trying to put Cena away rather. Is now Cena with the counter there to Samoa Joe. Cena trying to get this crowd to support him, and they are. Well, let's not forget, John Cena was there. And that Survivor Series team, that 4-on-4 Survivor Series traditional tag team matchup. As now Cena looking for the Fisherman Suplex. Can't quite connect to Samoa Joe with the counter. John Cena was there, teaming up with Samoa Joe. Uranagi. So Cena and Joe, they've had their history. They've had an alliance as well. They've had that friendship. As now Joe looking for this combination of suplexes. He's hit one. There's the second with the full Nelson. Looking to put him away again here. He's beaten many men with this. Looking for the German suplex. Doesn't release the hold. Shoulders down. Cena in trouble. Will this be enough? Oh, Cena just kicks out in time. Joe has beaten many, many men with that move, and Cena thought for a moment that was going to be his time, that was going to be his moment. Joe will have to go back to the drawing board. What else can he produce? What else does he have to do? Does he go for the Kakita clutch? Does he try for the muscle buster? Joe's got a number of maneuvers he can use to beat his opponents, and Joe would love to beat Cena tonight. Now Joe again, another Uranagi. Cena's hurting. Joe realizing it. And now Samoa Joe's going to line up Cena. What's he got planned here? Samoa Joe looking for the Kokita clutch. Can't quite connect. Cena with a counter. Now Cena with a German suplex. Keeps the shoulders out himself, but Joe kicks out. Cena will drag the body of Joe towards the middle of the ring. He's hurting after that suplex. Now Cena looking for that 5-knuckle shuffle again. John Cena telling Joe that he can't see him. Well, does he see this coming? I don't think so. The 5-knuckle shuffle. And now John Cena looking for the AA. He's got him up. But Joe with a counter. DDT. Oh, huge counter there by Joe. A match saver there. Now Joe, right hand. And here comes the trio suplexes again. The German, now the full Nelson. Looking for the German suplex once again. John Cena is in a lot of trouble, but this time Joe can't hang on to the hold. But he quickly goes for the cover regardless. Has he wasted too much time? No! Cena kicks out at Joe. Perhaps those couple seconds did cost him in the end. Instead, lining up Cena, who's really hurting now. Cena's in big trouble. Cena has no idea where he is. And now, Joe with a coquina clutch. It's locked in. Cena, nowhere to go. And he's gonna pass out, is he? Oh, he's fading. Cena's fading. And he's done. Wow. Samoa Joe has just beaten the #1 contender, John Cena. Well, he won't be inserted into the Royal Rumble Championship match. Instead, he will be a part of the Royal Rumble match. But Joe is back on top. He beats John Cena tonight just to remind everyone how good he really is. Samoa Joe beats Cena. And the saga continues. Samoa Joe, his last chance is at the Rumble. John Cena's down. And Joe just looking straight at him and oh no, come on. We saw Joe do this to Rollins last week. Now Cena, oh, struck in the skull there by Samoa Joe. Joe just does not give a damn. It's as simple as that. He beats Cena tonight, but that's not enough for Samoa Joe. He wants more. He wants blood. He wants to hurt Cena, wants to punish him for taking his spot at the Rumble, and here comes a muscle buster. Let's not forget as well, John Cena attacked Samoa Joe last week, threw Joe out of the ring after Joe beat down Rollins. Now Cena's hurting. Cena is on the receiving end of a second muscle buster, I think. This is not good. Any more damage to Cena, he might not make it to the Royal Rumble. Joe is going to keep on going down, but hang on! Well, we're not done yet. Last week, Cena came to the aid of Rollins. This week, Rollins is coming to the aid of Cena. But meanwhile, Joe grabs a hold of Cena and just tosses him out of the ring. Rollins is coming now. Seth Rollins is here. And Joe striking away on Rollins, who's trying to fight back here. Rollins trying to help out Cena, despite taking on Cena at the Rumble. Rollins, I think, is out here for a bit of revenge for what Joe did to him last week. And despite taking on Cena at the Rumble, he doesn't want Cena to be injured before the Rumble match. The Revolution knee there by Seth Rollins. He strikes, and Rollins is fired up. He's ready to go. He wants more. Joe is hurting. Rollins has Joe into the corner now. Cena slowly back to his feet. He's watching on as Joe into the corner, into the ring post, and now the knee to follow it up. Cena's back to his feet and watches on as Samoa Joe over the top of the rope now, hanging on. But this time, if this was the Rumble, that's the end of Joe. He would have been eliminated, and he's hurting. He's down on the outside himself. Samoa Joe is down and out. This is not good. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Cena is coming back in. These two men, well, they celebrate. Rollins helping Cena. Cena appreciates it. And now these two face to face. What's going to happen here? Is Cena going to retaliate? Is he going to try and get some revenge for what happened last week? No. Cena the bigger man. Despite what happened last week, Rollins took out Cena last week. This time Cena says, you know what? I'm going to save it for the Rumble. Cena has a little bit more respect maybe for Seth Rollins, and maybe Cena's not in the condition to fight. Either or, we'll see the match at the Royal Rumble. It's going to be huge. Seth Rollins, the Universal Champion, defends that championship for the first time since winning it at the Tables, Ladders and Chairs pay-per-view. It will be Rollins versus Cena. It will be live on Twitch, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK time on Sunday, March 4th. It will be available to watch after the stream is completed right here on YouTube. So if you missed the stream, you can see it right here on YouTube afterwards, as always. So make sure you follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/BrendenPlayz, so you don't miss it. If you want to know the full Royal Rumble match card, it is now available to check out on the website, BrendenPlayz.com. You can find the Royal Rumble poster there, and also the link will be in the description down below to check that out. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it, and let me know in the comment section down below, Cena or Rollins, who will win the Universal Championship match. Thank you for watching. See you next episode.